Here with Greg Brown, voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Greg was here earlier as part of a presentation for Pittsburgh Center Sports Media Marketing. Greg, just how are you today?
Doing great, thank you.
Absolutely. Andrew, go ahead.
So Greg, how do you feel about coming down to Point Park and talking to the students about some of your experiences and giving them some advice about what they can do for their careers?
I love it. I love talking about the business, the sport of baseball, the business of broadcasting, and coming back to Point Park. I've not been here for a long time, and can't believe how great the facilities are. Not that they weren't great then, but they've much improved. And I've always believed, I tell students, young folks who want to get involved in broadcasting, and really any field, that the best way, one of the best ways to do it is to contact people in that field. And what you'll find is people love to talk about themselves. And that's just the bottom line. That's just the human nature. Love to talk about themselves, love to talk about how, in this case, I got to where I got. It's kind of a natural thing. We enjoy talking about ourselves, so this is great to be here.
Just in general, one of the questions that was semi-asked earlier, but Pirates obviously have had the unfortunate losing seasons here and there. Just what do you make of how hard it is sometimes to transcribe mixing being a fan and helping to support this team, and also just unfortunately the losing culture that's happened and trying to maintain that balance?
I don't struggle with it, I think, as much as people think I do. Looking back on it, I've been here 19 years. They've been losing for 20 years. But yeah, I've been doing this for the losing seasons. But and so looking back on it, it looks gargantuan. But I take it day by day, and it's my job. I enjoy it. Steve Blass always says it's a great job when you win, and it's a great job when you lose. I mean, that's kind of simplistic, but it's true. It's kind of I'm living my dream.
When you were working to become a broadcast journalist, and obviously you've done a lot of things before you got to the Pirates, who was someone that you looked at as a play-by-play announcer, someone on air, that really inspired you to become what you are?
Well, I grew up, when I played sports, I broadcast sports. So I'm actually on the football field, and as I'm defending a guy a long pass down the field, I'm actually calling it. It just was a natural thing, and I would impersonate. I grew up in central Pennsylvania, Phillies country, and Orioles, and I would listen to Milo Hamilton and Lanny Fratteri, the Pirate baseball. The Phillies had Harry Kalas. Orioles had Chuck Thompson. That's how I kind of grew to listen to the announcers and became a fan of theirs. And then as I got to Pittsburgh, I actually got a chance to know Lanny Fratteri, who really helped me along the way. I don't think I'd be here without Lanny. I wouldn't be here without a good friend, Mike Lang, longtime Penguin broadcaster, who gave me tips along the way and helped kind of lead me to this. Bob Pompiani, former classmate of mine at Point Park, had a big role in me getting to where I am. So a bunch of people along the way helped.
How did, just from a fan perspective, how did Raise the Jolly Roger start from a fan perspective, and just how did that start and become the kind of that cult classic that it's become now?
When I was working at the Pirate front office in the marketing department, I one time went to, I was still going to school at the time, interning with the Pirates, and I went to the vice president of operations at the time at Three River Stadium, and I kind of wobbly-kneed walked into this big office and suggested that since we're the Pirates, when Pirates capture another ship, they always raise the skull and crossbones, and I said, why don't we do that when the Pirates win at Three River Stadium? And he basically told me to get out of his office. And I thought about that. Years down the road, Bob Walk suggested I have some kind of a call. This was about 10 years ago, and it was natural to say Raise the Jolly Roger.
All right, Greg, thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure.